It is possible that you are one of the many people who have difficulty in their feet, knees, and legs. Did you know that inadequate blood flow is a secret reason for people to experience this discomfort? Many people experience discomfort while walking, cramps during the night, swelling, tingling, or a feeling of heaviness, but they are frequently unaware that their circulatory system is the source of the problem. In order for the body to function effectively, proper circulation is absolutely necessary. Atherosclerosis, which is the hardening and narrowing of arteries in locations such as the legs, neck, or heart, can develop when it fails. Varicose veins, which are swollen veins that do not pump blood properly, and atherosclerosis are all potential complications that can arise. In addition to these symptoms, poor circulation can also cause wounds to heal more slowly, leg muscles to become weaker, and it can aggravate nerve disorders such as neuropathy, which can cause an unpleasant burning or tingling sensation in the lower limbs. Poor circulation frequently causes blood to pool and become thicker, particularly in the lower body. This increases the likelihood of hazardous clots or thrombi forming in the arteries or veins, which is a major cause for concern. The good news is that you may truly improve circulation at home by employing straightforward natural remedies that you might already have in your kitchen. It can creep up on anyone, but it is most common in those who are age 65 and older, as well as those who have high blood pressure, diabetes, cardiac problems, or who smoke. The treatment of these underlying disorders is essential in order to restore good circulation because of this reason. It is important to take note of this, as there are 5 significant signs that may indicate that something more catastrophic is occurring. Be sure to visit a healthcare physician as soon as possible if you experience any of these symptoms, in addition to attempting the natural remedies that I will provide. For the purpose of identifying the problem at an early stage and preventing it from becoming more severe, they might recommend a diagnostic test, such as a vascular ultrasound, in addition to a medical examination. Have you been curious about what it is? Please leave a comment below, letting me know where you are watching from and how old you are before I expose it. Let's take a look at the percentage of us who are determined to preserve our strength as we become older. And don't go, because the next piece of advice is going to be straightforward but quite effective. If you have regular numbness or tingling, particularly in the legs or feet, this is the first warning that you should not ignore under any circumstances. This peculiar sensation frequently manifests itself during or after extended periods of sitting or standing still, or even as a result of something as simple as crossing your legs an excessive amount too frequently. The unusual prickling or pins and needles sensation that you are experiencing may at first appear to be harmless. Nevertheless, it is actually your body's method of alerting you that something is not quite right. To be more specific, it may be an indication that your neurons and muscles are not receiving sufficient amounts of oxygen-rich blood, which is necessary for proper operation. It is possible that reduced blood flow can cause these tissues to gradually deteriorate over time, which can eventually lead to more significant problems such as persistent nerve discomfort or peripheral artery disease. If you feel that your feet are especially chilly, even while the rest of your body is warm, or the environment around you is not exceptionally cold, this is the second indicator that you should be on the lookout for. If you have a persistent feeling of coldness or even numbness in your toes and feet, this could be your body's way of indicating that there is a problem with blood circulation. Inadequate circulation implies that your extremities are not receiving sufficient amounts of warm, oxygenated blood. This can result in a range of problems, including skin concerns, a delayed healing process for injuries, and an increased risk of infection. In the event that you have chilly feet on a consistent basis, it could be time to give your circulation a more serious consideration. Leg cramps that occur during movement, such as while you are walking, climbing stairs, or doing modest exercise, are the third warning sign that you should be concerned about. The severity of these cramps can range from minor to severe, and they may become so bothersome that they cause you to pause in the middle of your step in order to recuperate. This ailment is referred to as intermittent claudication in the medical field, and it occurs when the blood flow is unable to keep up with the demands that your muscles are making when you are engaging in physical activity. There is a significant indication that your arteries are becoming more constricted or hardened. Additionally, a great number of people endure severe cramps during the night, which can either jolt them awake or make it difficult for them to get back to. It's possible that some people experience legs that are tense and won't settle down, particularly when they are attempting to rest. The discomfort caused by these sensations is not the only symptom. They can be an indication that your nerves are being subjected to constant pressure, or that the neuropathy that you already have is developing, which is typically the result of circulation problems that have been present for a long time. What is the good news? When these issues are identified at an early stage and addressed with the appropriate lifestyle adjustments and treatments, which we will discuss in a moment, they frequently have the potential to be improved or even reversed. A notable change in skin tone, particularly in the feet and lower legs, is the fourth kind of symptom that can be observed. You should not disregard spots that start to seem pale or bluish, or that develop dark patches, if you notice that they are developing. It is common for these color changes to be the consequence of blood vessels that have been damaged or weakened, making it difficult for blood to circulate efficiently. Not only can these changes have an effect on the appearance of your skin, but they can also contribute to swelling, impair the healing process of wounds, and increase the likelihood that you will develop ulcers or infections, particularly if you are dealing with diabetes or vascular disease. It is important to pay attention to these changes in look, since they may be one of the earliest obvious signals that anything more serious is occurring with your vascular health. The appearance of varicose veins or spider veins, which often manifest themselves on the legs in visible shades of red, blue, or purple, is the sixth indicator that can indicate the presence of varicose veins. When the valves that are found inside the veins become weak or fail, this results in the formation of larger veins that are twisted in a manner that causes blood to pool rather than go upward into the heart. In spite of the fact that these veins may at first appear to be a cosmetic concern, they can actually contribute to heaviness, pain, or swelling in the legs, and if they are not addressed, they may potentially lead to more significant circulation complications. Varicose veins are frequently associated with poor vein function, and can be a strong warning that overall circulation is decreasing. Varicose veins can also be a sign of hypertension. All of these 5 symptoms are your body's way of calling your attention to the fact that your circulation is deteriorating. Choosing to disregard them may result in the development of more significant problems that are not immediately apparent, such as peripheral artery disease, blood clots, or nerve damage. It is for this reason that it is of the utmost importance to take action at an early stage, not only to feel better right now, but also to protect your health and mobility in the long run. Please feel free to give this video a like if you are still viewing it, or if you still find it enjoyable. It brings a great deal of support to the channel. Now that we've covered the causes, let's talk about the treatments, namely 4 vitamins that are proven to strengthen your veins and arteries and promote circulation. The symptoms that we just went over can be reversed or managed with the help of certain nutrients, which can play a big part here. Niacin, which is also frequently referred to as vitamin B3, comes first. By assisting in the maintenance of the structure and flexibility of blood vessels, this vital vitamin is an important contributor to the preservation of vascular health overall. There is a reduction in the likelihood of blood clots forming, the prevention of blockages, and the maintenance of a smooth flow of blood to your limbs and organs when you take niacin, because it helps keep blood vessels robust, elastic, and less prone to injury. The significance of this advantage cannot be overstated for people who are dealing with issues such as venous insufficiency, cold extremities, or varicose veins. Niacin is well known for its ability to encourage healthy cardiac function, in addition to its beneficial effects on circulation. By assisting in the reduction of LDL, the bad cholesterol that is responsible for arterial plaque, and the elevation of HDL, the good cholesterol that assists in the removal of plaque from your arteries, it plays a significant part in maintaining a healthy cholesterol balance. It is essential to keep this cholesterol balance because, as LDL cholesterol accumulates, it produces hard plaques that constrict and stiffen your arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. Maintenance of this cholesterol balance is vital. In addition to reducing the flow of blood, this also raises the risk of cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks and strokes, as well as impaired circulation in the legs and feet. Niacin helps lower the likelihood of all of these diseases by ensuring that your cholesterol levels remain within normal ranges. Of course, that is not all. Additionally, Niacin functions as a neuroprotective agent in the brain. Additionally, it may assist improved memory, focus, and mental clarity, and it helps protect the function of brain cells, which is especially important as you get older. Niacin is a powerful vitamin because of this, and it is not only beneficial for circulation, it is also beneficial for the overall health of the mind and the cardiovascular system. So what are some ways that you might include extra niacin into your regular routine? Fortunately, it may be found in a wide variety of everyday meals. Eggs are a straightforward and wholesome way to begin your day, and they even have a significant amount of vitamin B3 in them. The chicken breast is yet another fantastic ingredient option. It is low in fat, abundant in protein, and abundant in natural niacin, particularly when you pick for alternatives that are hormone-free or organic. Salmon and tuna are two types of seafood that fish lovers can benefit from incorporating in their diets. In addition to being rich in niacin, both of these foods are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, making them remarkable nutritional powerhouses. Almonds and other types of nuts are useful options for snacks because they are convenient, heart-healthy, and provide a boost of niacin while also helping their general wellness. Concerning the amount that you require, the standard suggestion for adults is between 14 and 16 milligrams per day. However, this might vary based on your gender and the particular requirements that you have. When we get started, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me where you are coming from today. Leave a remark below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. In addition, make sure you click the subscribe button and enable notifications so that you are never left out of Senior Health Tips' most helpful health advice. With a diet that is well balanced, it is typically not difficult to achieve this amount. Take, for example, the fact that only 100 grams of chicken breast can supply more than half of your daily intake. Supplements are not required for the majority of people if they consume a diet that is abundant in nutrients. On the other hand, a healthcare expert might suggest supplementation in some circumstances, such as when there is a digestive condition that hinders absorption, when there is persistent alcohol consumption, or when there are serious nutritional shortages. It is important to be aware that taking large quantities of niacin from supplements might result in a reaction known as the niacin flush. This reaction causes the skin to become red, feels warm, and may cause itching. Even though it is not regarded to be dangerous, many people find it uncomfortable. It is important to keep in mind that niacin is only the first vitamin on this impressive list. Stay here with us as we discuss the next nutrients that will have a positive impact on circulation that you won't want to miss. So let's shift our attention to yet another essential vitamin that plays a significant part in maintaining the health of your blood vessels. Boosting the immune system is only one of the many benefits that vitamin C, commonly known as ascorbic acid, offers. It is an essential ingredient for maintaining healthy blood vessels, and you should be aware of the therapeutic power it possesses. Your circulatory system will receive direct benefits from this powerful antioxidant, since it increases the strength of vessel walls and helps them to keep their suppleness. When your arteries and veins are strong and flexible, they are less likely to be damaged as you become older, which means that your blood may flow through them without any obstructions. Collagen is a protein that functions as a framework for your blood vessels, providing them structure and durability. Vitamin C helps your body make collagen, which is another benefit of vitamin C usage. You have a lower risk of developing varicose veins or experiencing the weakening of vein walls, both of which lead to impaired circulation if your collagen levels are healthy. This is of considerably greater significance in the lower limbs, where blood must struggle against the force of gravity in order to return to the circulatory system. Because of this, having an adequate amount of vitamin C not only helps reduce inflammation in the legs and feet, but it also improves blood flow in those areas. This is especially advantageous for individuals who have chronic circulation problems or illnesses that cause inflammatory veins. Because of this, it is especially helpful for individuals who suffer from restless leg syndrome or who have fatigued and heavy legs in the evening. In addition, it can alleviate leg pain that occurs after prolonged standing or walking, particularly for individuals who are elderly or who have vascular issues that have been present for a long time. Over time, maintaining a steady intake of this nutrient helps minimize symptoms and increases how light and renewed your legs feel, even when you are experiencing long days. What are some natural sources from which you can obtain this vitamin? Fresh citrus fruits, such as lemons and oranges, as well as kiwis and strawberries, are the richest sources of vitamin C. Because vitamin C degrades rapidly when exposed to light and air, it is better to consume them fresh. This is because fruits that have been preserved or processed lose their effectiveness very quickly. Many people are unaware of the fact that guava contains a higher concentration of vitamin C than oranges. It is a wonderful choice, particularly for elderly citizens who are looking to increase their consumption of vitamin C without adding an excessive amount of sugar. Consuming even a single guava on a daily basis might have a significant impact on the amount of vitamin C that is consumed. The fact that this nutrient may be found in foods other than fruits, such as broccoli, spinach, and red bell peppers, makes it simple to incorporate it into meals. It is best to avoid overcooking these veggies because they are able to keep a significant amount of their vitamin C content when they are softly steamed. Stir-frying or steaming for a short period of time helps to maintain both the flavor and the nutrient content of the food. If you want to make a dinner that is both reviving and effective, one suggestion is to make a salad that is loaded with vitamin C and has fresh spinach, sliced strawberries, red bell peppers, and a citrus dressing. If you want to make a dinner that is both reviving and effective, one suggestion is to make a salad that is loaded with vitamin C and has fresh spinach, sliced strawberries, red bell peppers, and has fresh dressing. Possibly while supplements are quite prevalent, it is important to bear in mind that consuming more than 2,000 milligrams of them on a daily basis might cause stomach irritation and possibly increase the likelihood of developing kidney stones. It is not always the case that higher doses are better. In fact, they may cause more harm than help, particularly if they are taken without a specified reason. It is not always the case that higher doses are better. In fact, they may cause more harm than help. It is for this reason that it is more prudent to obtain vitamin C through natural foods whenever it is possible to do so. Only use supplements if your physician prescribes them for a specific condition, such as a chronic sickness, malabsorption, or recovery from surgery. Supplements should only be taken if your doctor recommends them. Now that we have discussed the significant roles that niacin and vitamin C play in regulating blood flow, it is time to bring attention to vitamin K, which is yet another essential component. The proper regulation of blood clots is supported by this vitamin, which plays a significant role in the maintenance of a healthy circulatory system. This vitamin also ensures that circulation is maintained in a smooth and uninterrupted manner, particularly to the legs and feet. The process not only guarantees that clotting takes place when it is required, such as in the event of an injury, but it also avoids the formation of undesired clots that could obstruct veins and result in life-threatening complications, such as deep vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism. Another significant advantage of vitamin K is that it helps prevent calcium deposits from accumulating in the arteries. This is a significant benefit. The prevention of arterial stiffening and the reduction of the risk of atherosclerosis, a condition in which arteries that have been hardened might restrict circulation and raise the likelihood of having a stroke or a heart attack, are both achieved by this action. If you do not consume an adequate amount of vitamin K, calcium may wind up in the walls of your arteries rather than in your bones. This is detrimental to the health of both your heart and your circulatory system. If you want to receive vitamin K in a natural way, you should focus on eating green vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and kale. Not only do they provide vitamin K, but they also carry with them anti-inflammatory chemicals, antioxidants, and fiber that is beneficial to the digestive tract. Consuming a wide range of leafy greens helps to guarantee that you are getting all forms of vitamin K, including K1 and K2, which both perform functions that are distinct from one another but complementary in terms of supporting the circulatory system and strong bones. Another excellent source is the kiwi, which may be easily incorporated into your morning smoothies or meals. Making a green juice that is high in potassium, magnesium, antioxidants, and vitamin K is a straightforward and effective method for reaping these advantages on a daily basis through the consumption of greens. If you want to add a little sweetness to your drink, you can combine celery, a few kale leaves, a kiwi or a red apple, a slice of ginger, and some mint leaves for a refreshing flavor. A teaspoon of cinnamon can be added to the mixture if you want it to be sweeter. The consumption of this juice not only helps to improve circulation, but it also facilitates digestion and offers a natural boost of energy. Drink 1 glass of water first thing in the morning, preferably unfiltered, to get the most fiber possible. However, I would want to bring out a crucial point. Consuming foods that are high in vitamin K is not something that should be avoided if you are taking blood thinners, such as warfarin. The objective is not to avoid, but rather to be consistent. The dosage of your prescription is modified by your physician, based on the amount of vitamin K that you typically ingest. Consequently, if your dosage abruptly increases one day and then reduces the next, it has the potential to throw off the equilibrium of the drug, which can result in it being less effective or even hazardous. Because of this, it is recommended that you incorporate these veggies into your meals on a regular and consistent basis. In addition, if you ever want to make a big change to the amount of vegetables you consume, whether it be by increasing or decreasing the amount, you should make sure to contact your physician so that they may modify the dosage of your prescription accordingly and assist you in avoiding issues. Maintaining this equilibrium ensures that your body receives all of the benefits that vitamin K has to offer, without interfering with the treatment that you are receiving. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about vitamin E, which is one of the most potent vitamins when it comes to increasing your circulation. This vital mineral is generally recognized for the powerful antioxidant benefits that it possesses, which protect your cells from the harm that is caused by everyday activities. Consider your blood vessels to be pipes in a plumbing system. It is possible for those pipes to deteriorate over time, particularly if they are subjected to continuous oxidative stress. Internally, free radicals have the same effect as internal rust, causing damage to the lining of your blood vessels and diminishing the strength of those vessels. The vitamin E comes into play at this point. It acts as a barrier, preventing these harmful particles from entering your bloodstream and ensuring that your veins and arteries remain resilient. The flexibility of these vessels is maintained by vitamin E, which serves to ensure that blood flow is smooth and reduces the danger of circulation difficulties that are related to the cardiovascular system, the brain, and the legs. In addition, it plays a significant part in preventing blood clots, which in turn reduces the likelihood of an artery becoming clogged. On the other hand, the benefits do not end there. The release of nitric oxide, a molecule that promotes your blood vessels to relax and widen, is increased by the presence of vitamin E, which helps trigger its release. This process of vasodilation helps to maintain healthy circulation and contributes to a reduction in blood pressure, which in turn reduces the strain placed on your heart. To answer your question, where can you obtain this important nutrient? To get started, you should begin with egg yolks from chickens that are allowed to roam freely, as well as nuts like almonds and seeds like pumpkin or sunflower. Spinach and broccoli are 2 examples of green vegetables that are also very good. Additionally, avocados are an excellent source, particularly when the darker flesh that is located close to the skin is considered. To add insult to injury, not everyone is aware of this. Extra virgin olive oil is a source of heart-healthy lipids and vitamin E, both of which are beneficial to the cardiovascular system. The majority of people do not require supplementing unless they are specifically instructed to do so by a healthcare specialist. You could find it helpful, for instance, if you have difficulty absorbing fats, or if you have been diagnosed with a vitamin E deficiency. However, in general, extremely high doses of supplements can be dangerous, as they increase the possibility of experiencing bleeding problems. The good news is that you can get over half of your daily vitamin E requirements from just 30 grams of almonds, which is about equivalent to a modest handful. When utilized in conjunction with a diet that is abundant in leafy greens and healthy oils, this is typically more than sufficient to provide your circulation with the protection it requires in a natural and risk-free manner. We appreciate you watching. Do not forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might be in need of it if you found this to be useful. Because of your support, we are able to reach a greater number of individuals who are interested in maintaining their strength and health as they age. Tell me about yourself, including your age and the location from where you are watching. We can't get enough of hearing from our incredible community. And don't forget that improving your circulation begins with taking simple actions that you can do right now. Have a good time in the following video.